Welcome and thank you for listening to our audio presentation. My name is Walter Berger and I'm reading from my book Prosperity for Everyone. Yes, we can, but how and when? How to develop a clear overview, realistic goals, optimism and self-reliance in our hectic world. The book is published by Taschengeld Management and also available as an audio presentation, as an ebook or as a printed workbook. For more information, please have a look on our homepage www.taschengeld-management.de. Here you also can download easy-to-understand copy templates for daily use. Chapter 3: Income. How much must I earn? In the internet we found the following definition for income. For households and individuals, income is the sum of all the wages, salaries, profits, interest payments, rents and other forms of earnings received in a given period of time. "I am now a benefit recipient," said an old friend with a wide grin. When I inquired, he added that he had entered well-deserved retirement a few weeks ago. Are you also a recipient of benefits, or do you earn your money? Would you employ yourself, and how much would you pay yourself? Is your work, the service or the product for your company or your customers worth much more than has to be paid for it? It can be painful, but certainly very useful and sometimes beneficial to honestly ask yourself these questions. Is it still worth it? Your employer and especially your customers must ask themselves this essential question every day. You would do the same in their place, wouldn't you? There is no guarantee of long-term employment with secure payment and a generous pension plan. The success principle for good chances on the labor market, a secure job or flourishing sales is simple. My work or my product should be worth considerably more for my company or my customers than they have to pay for it, and they should be aware of it. But take care. If you focus exclusively on the best monetary value, you'll soon become a cheap jack. This often leads to cutthroat price and discount wars and cultivates a competitive, aggressive and negative climate. In the end, no one feels like a winner. The boss maybe thinks, "My stuff are too expensive, I pay them too much." The employee maybe thinks, "What a pittance, I'm being exploited." The buyer might think, "I could have got even more out of it." And the seller feels peeved that he has not adequately paid for his work. Place the focus more strongly on the utility value, the benefits, the advantages and the possibilities for your company and your customer. Present yourself as a provider of solutions. A creative and positive mood creates long-term satisfaction. You are a person people like working with. Following up orders are the norm. Thinking about how much can I earn? Are you worried about the security of your job? Then examine the situation with the following questions. Who needs my work? Can someone else do it more cheaply or quickly? Are there better alternatives? How do my work and my service benefit my company or my customers? What is my company lacking to be or to stay competitive? How is my company's range of products developing? Will this affect my job or my work? What additional added value can I offer? If you are currently looking for a job, you should be aware of the benefits you can offer the company in question. If you are convinced and are able to show this, then you will have a good chance to convince others. In the previous section you compiled an overview of your expenditure. You now have more clarity about how much money you spent in the past and what you spend it on. Spending priorities facilitate a division into essential needs right through to frustration-motivated purchases. If it becomes necessary to make savings in the future, it will then be much easier to make wise decisions. The amount of total expenditure shows you how much your previous lifestyle and each individual type of expenditure has cost you. If you do not want to make any major changes to this, you can use the totals as a planning basis for the expenditure budget. Please note that price increases or unexpected expenditure are not considered in this. In this section, you will establish what income you have had to date and how much money you can reckon with. The amount of future income should be estimated realistically. You examine your income to date in detail in order to identify ways of improving your current income situation. Making an income prediction is a simple matter for employees as they have a wage or salary guaranteed in a contract. However, it is also important to examine variable elements of the remuneration, that means extra payments, bonuses, etc., in terms of reliability and planability. For self-employed people, this matter is a little more difficult. Their living expenses come from the profit made from their work or from reserves. Here, the estimated future income is much more speculative, because the future revenue is not yet earned and costs, taxes and social insurance contributions are not yet paid. It therefore makes sense to set the expected annual private expenditure as a minimum profit and to calculate the minimum turnover needed from this. Please keep in mind, a careful assessment of future income enables realistic planning. To get an overview of all your jobs and positions you have held and to find out how much money you earned in your life so far, proceed as follows. Take a piece of paper, make 3 columns and write over the first column what kind of work. The second column is to write down how much money you earned in each job. And the third column is for adding a little information about how did you get the job. Take another piece of paper and examine your current job. What is your current job about and how much money do you earn? Where all your income comes from? What do your job security and the length of your employment contract depend on? In the workbook, you will find an example for creating an overview of your income. With all the information about your income, now have a close look up at your income. Examine your job and your planned income with the following questions. Do you like your job? Do you like what you do? How do you feel and think about your job, especially on Sunday afternoon or Monday morning? How secure is your job and the amount of your income? What are any special payments depend on in future? Could you manage financially with less income or even losing your job? For how long? What ongoing costs are incurred by your job? Think about petrol, car, train, etc. Are there any further opportunities for generating income? Are there any better job offers? Think about uncertain income leads to financial stress. At the end of this chapter income, write down where there is an urgent need for take action. What will you do?